Hi there. Ryan and I have had a lot of conversations this past couple weeks around local search, and so I thought it might be helpful to just record a quick loom, explain a little bit about what local search is, how you rank for local search, and what all is involved. Um, the first thing to remember is local search really is not as simple as it seems. I know it seems like you should just be able to type in a restaurant near me and up comes restaurants near me, but it's really a lot more complicated than that. So three things that play into local search, and you can see this here in some of the search results, is your Google Maps, which comes up here, places, Google Business Profile, and then which is going to where a lot of these reviews are coming up from, and then your website, which plays into the organic rankings. Now, the important thing to remember is it's really not a one for one. So Maps, Google Business Profile, and website play into you coming up into all of these places. So the value of one impacts the value of all three. So the more you pay attention to and manage your SEO across all three of them and make sure they're fully optimized, the better footprint you're going to have and the better chance of coming up in local search rankings. So that being said, a good way to just set the foundation for local search is to compare Google Maps to a local search. So for example, I've pulled up here bakeries in Lincoln, Nebraska, and you can see that it's pulled up bakeries in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a one for one. Here's all the bakeries in Lincoln. Now, if I search bakeries, I've searched bakeries in Chicago. So let me search bakeries in Lincoln, Nebraska. Up comes different results. So here we have some of the bakeries that also came up in the Google Maps are coming up, but in a different order. The top three are not the same as the top three on Maps. And then you'll see that in the organic rankings down here, there's different listings. There's listing sites, there's reviews. It's not even all bakeries that are coming up. So this is a good indicator that there's more going on behind the scenes in a local search and the algorithms that Google uses for local search rankings than there is in Google Maps. So when we think about local search, so what do you need to do? What do you need to pay attention to? There's really three categories. Google looks at proximity, they look at prominence, and it looks at relevance. So when we think about proximity, one common misconception is that you need to type in the words near me into the search bar and you need to optimize your site for that. That is really unnecessary. Now, a lot of users still will search by bakeries near me or dentist offices near me, but the truth is that Google knows where you're at. Your location settings and all of that tells Google where you're at. So you can just type in bakeries and it's going to come up with bakeries near you. So the near me really is not as necessary. If you want to focus on a location or a specific city or neighborhood for local search, that's when you would type in, for example, bakeries in Chicago. If I wanted to know what bakeries are in Chicago, Illinois, I'm going to type that in, and it's going to come up with bakeries in Chicago, Illinois. Now, this is a good example of why it's important that you're optimizing for the city name and the surrounding city names that you want to have a presence in a lot more than it's important that you're optimizing for near me type searches, because those default to the non-geo searches of Google already knowing where you're at, where in the city, in this case, you'll want to dictate what city you're in so that Google understands. So that's proximity. Prominence is really just has to do with credibility. So that's when you do things like your Google reviews, having external sites linking to your site, all of those things that provide kind of a digital network of credibility that Google can see becomes important. And then the third piece of it is relevance. So relevance can be kind of bucketed into two parts. One, how fully optimized and filled out is your Google Business Profile and your Google Maps. And two, on the front end of your website, there are a ton of components on the back end that need to be optimized to accommodate SEO and make sure that your website is taking advantage of all the things it can from a search perspective, and also on the front end. So all of those things need to be done very intentionally, very purposely, so that your rankings will improve not only for local search, but any type of search you want to appear in. So that's it. I hope you find it helpful. Thanks.